On this episode of Ice Vikings.
We're hard on our stuff, right? We're working with every day, so whatever we buy kind of has to take a little bit of torture and abuse. So I'm probably going to do that today and give it a run for its money.
Oh yeah, that's good.
The boys stopped here and they said the spark plug shot out of the motor. How the does a spark plug shoot out of a motor?
Unburnt gas, and that's oil. The head gasket's gone. Well, I got a problem. I'm on the lake. I got fish, but I don't have enough trucks.
Okay, here, let's see if I can block this.
I'm not even here sometimes. It seems like I'm somewhere else.
Glare ice hitting glare ice again.
You gotta be a little crazy with this. Why do you want to call it 40 below and push it? Woo!
That is very good fishing.
It is worth it if you're catching fish.
That's another money, baby.
Just another day in paradise, living the dream.
I've been texting with Trevor down the road, so we're gonna start the day with a mini rescue mission.
Chris's son Trevor and his crewman Matt have been stranded for hours, 6 miles from shore. The bomber they're driving, one of Chris's, won't start.
Can't leave anyone behind. We gotta get that bombardier in.
We'll just follow their trail, we'll find them.
The guys are frostbitten, but happy to see Chris.
We got out here with the intention of heading up way north to our far north gang. As soon as we pulled up the bomber here, it stalled out and we couldn't get it started.
Let's tow it.
The crews will have to call off a day of fishing, losing money on both running equipment and hired men. It's still early in the fishing season as the ice continues locking into place on Lake Winnipeg. Just outside of Finley, on Moonlight Bay, the Bjarnason crew gets to work early.
So far, it's been pretty normal, but at warm weather, it's going to take a little while to freeze the ice further out. You need a fair amount of ice further out to set on.
The temperature is finally dropping to seasonal lows, so they are hoping for a big catch to make up for the late start.
We'll try to lift 10 because of that blow coming up. Oh, it looks like it's going to come from the northwest, this storm.
Not too bad, actually. Just when I'm pulling under a bit, there's a little bit of snowdrift. I've got to go a little slow, but I don't want to get stuck either.
Mike is hoping for a decent number of tubs of fish.
I was hoping if we were going to do 10, I was hoping for at least about 12 right off the start, but then checking into that first net, maybe change it up to maybe about 7.
So far, it's not too bad. A little less than last time. Then again, it could pick up with this big blow coming up, because there's current. Always on the move with the current.
The guys are in a hurry to bring their catch in before the storm hits.
Oh, I guess we'll do, partner.
They are rewarded with large fish to help make their day.
I just got caught netting and slipped.
Glare ice hitting glare ice again. It's not too fun.
Glare ice occurs when wind and fresh snow polish the ice surface, making it hard to gain traction.
Oh, I can't tell because it snowed. Can't tell what the hell's going on.
This glare ice with fresh snowfall makes things treacherous on equipment as well. Nothing more slippery than fresh snow and new ice. God! Something's gone wrong.
Oh, right.
The line holding the net in place seems to have been cut by the ice auger. The net drops and is now impossible to find. Richard is now forced to try a homegrown technique.
At first I used the shovel, and she wouldn't hook onto the shovel. And you start pulling, and it slipped off. Tried and I said, geez.
Then plan B to try and hook the net.
Oh, then she'd be straight down here.
You want me to drill on this side?
Still no luck.
Right on here, yeah. Holy Christ. We tried to get it, we drilled holes, and to try to find it.
Start another hole over here.
Right.
Start another hole. Maybe you can grab it.
Yeah, that'd, because I think the current's taken it.
You want me to pull that tight?
Yeah.
By pulling the net tight, the guys hope it will bring the net closer to the hole so they can grab it. But will it work?
Okay, pull her tight. Have you got her tight?
Yeah!
Meanwhile, 100 kilometers. Trevor Christensen is busy delivering fish in Winnipeg, a refrigerated truck of his own.
So this has made my life a lot easier. A brick and mortar store is such a huge investment. You always have to have somebody there. You're constantly paying overhead and paying for an employee to run it. Whereas this way, I can do deliveries kind of on my terms. Just gives me a lot more freedom, really. I think I've probably got about 7 more deliveries to do today, and then I'll be heading straight back to Gimli. So
it's one of my favorite things about doing business in the fish business is satisfying the customer, basically. Whether it's a retail store or somebody in food service or even a final consumer, it's a good, satisfying feeling to deliver on something.
The delivery vehicle is so big that it doesn't really matter where I go. Like, everybody kind of stares. Advertising, really, too. It's basically a giant moving building, you know?
Later that day, Trevor is back near Gimli considering a new purchase. Worried about losing out to someone else who might also be thinking of buying, rushed out to have a look.
The next piece of equipment for me would be the Bombardier. That's really, for this winter, one of the last pieces to the puzzle.
Continuing to use my dad and grandpa's stuff, I feel like I'm at the point now where if I'm going to break something, I might as well break my own.
With some used Bombardiers selling for more than $20,000 each. If running, they can sell for even more.
Any Bombardier is cause for concern because you don't know what you're really going to get.
That's a Bombardier, all right.
But it looks like it's in really good shape. This is a 400, this engine. It's freaking like power for a Bombardier. Like, this thing will go. It's exactly what I need to be on. And as the business keeps growing, I feel like I'm going to need more to bullet and buy it.
Trying to rescue a drop net under the ice.
Okay, pull her tight. Have you got her tight?
Yeah!
So I got it. Let her go. Oh, I got her. Oh. And then finally, I feel something came. But that was nice to see. Oh my God.
Disaster averted. Richard hooks the net and brings in their valuable catch.
That's all good.
Snow and new ice make it impossible for the snow machine to pull the heavy and lend a hand, but it's dangerous work.
Okay, go, 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 go. Go, go. Yeah. What's the plan now? How many more are we doing?
Let's see what time it is.
With the last of their nets and get off the ice. But again, the sled gets stuck. A scary situation on the lake. Sheldon is caught in the snowmobile track.
My boot got caught. Roller. Wrap right around.
up in the track?
At times it'd be pretty big. The track was spinning, so he went and he lifted the skid up a bit and it got caught on his leg.
That hurt a little bit. I think I got a little lucky there.
The track kind of pulled him under a bit, but he's fine.
Sheldon's boot is what saves his foot from getting chewed up.
I just crushed my toe a little bit.
Again, he tried to free Richard from the glare ice and snow. Finally, the machine is free, but more importantly, Sheldon realizes he's lucky he didn't lose a limb.
They got a hell of a lot worse.
It's Monday. Slipping and falling and everything seems to go wrong. I scared the out of myself there, but I heard lots of horror stories. I know a guy that lost 3 of his toes, lost a leg.
You got my foot wrapped in the track.
Thanks for the rollers and everything.
On the street.
Kind of slipped when I was trying to get it loose there.
I'm gonna try to stay safe this year because I missed all of last year. I broke my hand and wrist, so I had to get a bunch of steel plates in, and then I said my recovery. It was 8 months. I know lots of guys who, even just beginning of the year, ended up they're out for the year because they slip and fall the wrong way, break their knees, break their legs, wrists, ankles. You don't know what's underneath the snow, so you just slide and usually fall. I don't want to miss another year. That was a long winter last winter with not being able to work because I didn't lose any toes. Go have some beer. Yeah.
Meanwhile, just outside Gimli, Gene and Candace Pischke continue to adjust to the warmer than usual start to winter.
It didn't freeze much, and you see how it froze maybe 1.5 inches from the time we put them in here. Lifting 5 nets today. If I can get 3 tubs, I would have been happy with 3 tubs out of 5, but Boxton would be fantastic.
Hasn't been ice-making weather lately. Hate to wish for cold, but
yeah, we want cold weather.
we want the cold.
Not as good as last year, but
We gotta get it started. We have a big winter. We've never fished this much limit in a winter before, so we need a good start. We need an early start.
Yeah.
Both Gene and Candace spent the summer recovering from surgery, so they have to fill their entire quota in less than 4 months.
We do have a lot of quota, and the way the circumstances played out this last couple of seasons, winter now, it all comes down to March 31st. We got the most quota we've ever had, and we need to get nets in the water and start knocking it off, because once March 31st rolls around, we're out of luck. That quota rolls back for next year.
That's our whole yearly income. You know, that's all the money that we have, and we have to get it. We really have to work hard to get it done.
We're not going to be taking a lot of days off. I'm determined to get the limit. I'm determined. I don't care if it takes every day and longer days. Trying to take fish out differently this winter. I just don't have the same dexterity in the hand and strength, so this winter you got to do what you got to do. My physiotherapist will be good for me mentally. So leave it at that. My main focus right now is Candace and I are basically healthy enough to go every day, because it'd take every day this winter to get what we need. And I'm not gonna sit back and not try. You gotta try. We have a game plan, and like same as last year, we have plan A, B, and C. And if it takes all of them, we'll get it.
We got one more left in this string, and then we'll go up to get those 2, I guess, that we just said.
Yeah, I think that would be. I'm kind of curious to see what's there.
They froze on. Hope they didn't freeze on.
Well, don't say that.
Well, oh no.
The new area is north of their usual fishing spots. There's ice there, but neither Gene nor Candace know the lake bed beneath the ice.
It's kind of shot in the dark. First time kind of set in that area before. They're shallower nets. I hope they're not froze on.
It's the moment of truth for the new net. Will there or won't there be fish?
Froze. The joys of first ice.
Candace's fears are now a reality. a frozen net. But can they get it out?
Froze net. Must be a reef in the middle of the net here. Well, that's not a very good day.